Hey, Treasure fans, your pal Big D back here again with another collection update. So, like I promised in a video I put up a couple days ago, I wanted to show you guys my Arrow collection. These are all my Arrow videos. Now, this collection is nowhere near the size of my Scream Factory collection, that's for sure. But I do have some decent titles in there. I have some box sets, and I also have some individual ones. So, let's go. I'm just going to go ahead and get started. The first movie I'm going to show off to you are the movies I showed a couple weeks ago in my Arrow video when I picked up a fry. So, I'll go through those really quickly because most of you have already seen that video. So I do have Psychomania, which I've still yet to watch yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Then I have Microwave Massacre, which I have seen, and what an interesting movie, but I really did enjoy it. Next we have Children of the Corn, and I haven't watched this version yet, but I've seen this movie many times, and I do love this movie for He Who Walks Behind the Rose. So, and I'm stoked because I got the one with the slipcover. It's awesome. And then the other one I got from that fry sale was the Steelbook of Hellraiser. Can never go wrong with Pinhead, and it's a steelbook, so pick up that. Now the rest of these are ones I've either had or that I've already had or I picked up not too long ago. So first off, we have the George Romero classic, The Crazies, which they did do a remake. Do I have that around here? I actually do. Oddly enough, there you go. There's the remake. I watched this. I've actually watched both the other day, so I haven't put this one yet. So do have The Crazies here. Really enjoyed this movie, really good. They did make a lot of changes from this movie to the updated version, but I really did enjoy it. You can see where George Romero was trying to go with this thing. But great movie, really enjoyed it. Next, I haven't watched this movie yet, but Death Walks at Midnight. I hear nothing but good things about this. And again, it was one of those Fry deals, so I got this for really cheap. So to really have that. Next one, I've been wanting to see this movie forever, and I was one of the Fry deals that I got that I was really stoked to see because it was hidden. I was behind a couple of the movies. I kind of got thumbed through in front of it. I didn't get the slipcover for this, but that's okay. That's The Driller Killer. I've always wanted to see this movie. I hear it's pretty over the top. I've always wanted to see this movie, so I'm really stoked to get it now. There's that. I'm not showing you guys the backs because I'll show you Driller Killer. There's not much to show on the backs. There's no pictures or anything like that. So, I figured just show the main cover art. Next one is another classic. I've actually met the main actor in this movie. Really cool guy. Got his autograph, everything else. And that is Reanimator. Jeffrey Combs is amazing. I mean, yes, he does have a lot of Star Trek tie-overs, but Jeffrey Combs is really amazing. This is actually a really, really good series. It's kind of a zombie-esque type series. It actually really is. But I really do love this movie. And again, it was one of those, I've been wanting to get it. I just didn't want to pay like the $25-30 Arrow sale, man. $12.99. So I got that. Next one's another one I got not too long ago, and this is another George Romero classic. I believe it was his, I think it was the second or third movie he did, and that is Season of the Witch. I've never seen it before, but I have always wanted to see it, so I'm pretty stoked that I picked it up. I did get it from actually overseas, so, but it's region-free. Actually, I do have it, thanks to a really good friend of mine, I do have a region-free player now. So I'm going to be doing some more videos later on down the road of like region-free stuff that they out there. Some region like B stuff, to show you other stuff. It's really cool stuff I'm hoping to get. But I'm really stoked on this. I can't wait to watch it. And then next is a movie, and I was a blind buy, and I got it because a couple people said you gotta watch it. So I picked it up. And it's Blood Rage, and they were correct. This is a really fun movie. I really, really enjoyed it. Kind of a slasher flick. Well, it's a slasher flick, but I really, really did enjoy it. It's essentially a movie about these two brothers. One of them kills somebody at a movie theater when they're young, and they're both grown up. One's living a great life, and the other one's in an asylum. And then he gets out, and all kinds of, but they're twins, so all things start going crazy. So really, really enjoyed this movie. Stoked to own it. Like I said, I'd never seen it as a blind buy. It was great. And this was another one. I'm bummed I don't have the slipcover for this one, but I don't care because I really enjoyed another movie that I remember as a kid, my dad mentioning a few times, stuff like that, but I'd never seen it until not too about last year when I picked it up. And that is the movie The Stuff. It's a great movie. It's not really scary. They kind of build it as a kind of scary movie. It's not really scary, but I really did enjoy this movie. It's about this white, it almost looks like shaving cream. It's a little thicker, denser, and then people start to eat it, and they kind of, there's all kinds of stuff starts to happen. It's really cool. I really did enjoy this movie. Next is another movie, and I remember seeing this movie in theaters a long, long time ago. I bought it on VHS, I bought it on DVD, I bought it on Blu-ray, and then I got the Arrow release because Arrow put a release out of it. That's the movie Vamp with Grace Jones. I love this movie. I've always loved this movie. It's so over top. It's about these two guys at this college that want to go down to the seedier parts of town to, pick up some women, and they end up at this risque bar, and it's a vampire-owned bar. You don't know it, and Grace Jones is the main vampire. And then it goes from there. But it's a really, really, if you've never seen it before, it's not really scary, but it's got some really, really good effects to it. It's got a pretty good story to it, and it's fun at the same time. So, Chance Vamp. All right, next is another movie, and this was filmed in my hometown as well, so I was pretty stoked. Old Santa Cruz here. And I got this one. I'm stoked because I got the slipcover to it and everything. And that is Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I mean, just look at the cover. The covers look really cool. Look, it's all shiny and stuff. I mean, it's just awesome. I think, and then the underneath cover is this. They do the same thing Scream Factory does. They have on the insides here, they'll have like, this is the cover. That would have been like the original VHS. And you can look underneath here, and then there's the cover art you get with the slipcover. So, man, this movie is so awesome. I can watch this movie anytime and just be thoroughly entertained. It's over the top. It's ridiculous. Like I said, it was filmed in my hometown. It was not just filmed in Santa Cruz. Parts of it were filmed in Watsonville, where I'm living now, which is about 14 minutes away from Santa Cruz, still in the same county. And I was like, when I was watching it a couple weeks ago, I was like, wait a minute, that's the Goodwill right there. It wasn't a Goodwill in the movie because it's a long time ago, but it's a Goodwill now. So that was pretty cool. So I may even do a video. My wife suggested me doing a video where I go on location shooting and show some of the locations of some of these movies like Bumblebee and Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Lost Boys, stuff like that, which would be really easy because a lot of these movies are filmed with a boardwalk. But show like a location video. So I may just do that. So, and this would be one of the movies I'd feature. All right, next is another movie that I picked up on a blind bag because I got it used for $10, and I figured, well, it's Arrow. It's when I started first getting into Arrow, and I was like, I want to check it out just for the heck of it. And that is The Red Queen Kills 7 Times. Good movie. I actually really, really liked this. Very interesting, a very interesting like premise to it, and it was a lot of fun. And it's a slow burn. It doesn't really pick up a whole lot. You kind of just have to stick with it. But I did enjoy it. Next, I'm going to reach over here and grab this. Next movie, and this is another one I got from Europe. It's a region-free movie, so you play it on any player. But I just had to get this. I remember seeing this when I worked at a mom-and-pop video store. And Arrow put it on a community, so it's a movie called Frankenhooker. Yes, I know, you're like, what? But no, it's actually a really good movie. It's actually a lot of fun. It's about this guy who loses his girlfriend at the beginning of the movie due to a lawnmower accident. So he's a pretty smart guy, so he decides he's going to recreate he's going to try to find a body for his fiance's head, because he saved the head. So, but then he had a problem with some stuff that he made, and a bunch of calamity rolls down. So he ends up piecing together a body for his fiancée and brings her back to life. And when she's walking around town, you want a date? Want a date? Hey, how much money you got? It's absolutely funny. Matter of fact, I remember when this movie came out on DVD, VHS a long time ago. The VHS was a thicker box because they put a little a chip in there, and so there's a push button you could push on there. I want a date, want a date, and I remember that and just laughing. I used to have the VHS too; it got ruined, but it was pretty funny. So Frankenhooker's another one. The next here is the sequel to a cult classic, and I just had to get it because it does star George Clooney, and that is Return of the Killer Tomatoes. I'm sure you've seen all these movies. A bunch of tomatoes roll around killing people. I believe it was George Clooney's first movie, so it was really fun. And I do have the MVD release, the special edition release of Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, so I definitely wanted to pick this up after I got that one because I wanted to have them both in high def. So picked up that one. And this is my last single movie non-box set. And that is, and I'm still got this, still covering this one too, Brain Damage. This movie is amazing. Here's the underneath cover. This movie is so good. About this guy that gets this creature that ends up hanging the back of his neck and making him kill people because it needs people to survive. And it's totally out there, totally crazy, but it's actually a lot of fun. And that's what a lot of Arrow videos I've noticed are. They're very much the campy movies in the 80s and 90s that, you saw on, I don't know, maybe a midnight showing somewhere or something like that. They really put the time and effort to bring these movies back to life. It's absolutely awesome. So Brain Damage. All right, now we're talking some box sets here. Once we're done with that, and I dropped something, oh well. So the first box set I got here, and I got this not too long ago, and that is the Waterworld box set. Oh man, this is awesome. 3 separate cuts to the movie. It comes with not just the movie itself. Let's get this out of here. But it does come with a booklet too. Oh, that's the poster. Poster, movie, And then it does come with this really cool book that, you know, features all the kind of stuff, behind the scenes stuff like that about the movie. When I first heard Arrow's putting this out, I was so stoked on this. I pre-ordered it pretty much right away because I wanted to get it, because I actually am a fan of Waterworld. I did like this movie. I think that it got a bad rap for what it was. I've always really liked Kevin Costner, so I really did enjoy this movie. So I got this box set. The next box that I have it's a box that has 3 movies in it. This is one of those Fry pickups I got for dirt cheap, and that is the American Horror Project Part 1. And it's got 3 movies in here. One is called Carnival of Blood, The Witch Who Came Home from the Sea, and The Premonition. Here's the back for it. But the 3, I've never seen any of these movies, but the box set was dirt cheap, and these movies look really cool. I mean, I love the artwork on these movies. They're absolutely amazing. So, and for, I want to say it was like 20 bucks, 3 Arrow movies in a box set with. That's not it, because it does have one of those booklets as well, where it talks about each movie and the making of them, why they were popular, and what what was going on at the times. Really, really cool box. I really started to get I haven't seen the movies before. I really want to get, because I've heard really, especially of Carnival of Blood, I've heard a lot of really cool things about. So essentially, I bought Carnival of Blood and then got the other 2 for free. I'm down with that. So that one. This next one again was another one I hadn't seen, but it was as part of that Arrow sale where I got it. I want to say 12 bucks, and that is a movie called Bloodbath. I have no idea what this movie's about. Like I said, I just got it not too long ago, but it's really cool, and it is the special edition. It does come with a poster, the movie, and it does come with another one of those books. I gotta be careful on this one. I'll just kind of show, I just don't want to, I just don't want to show anything that could be, kind of, yeah. So just go with the book. The front cover's kind of creepy on there, isn't it? So I did get that. I haven't seen it, but I've heard some good things about this movie. And again, get an Arrow box set for like 12 bucks. You just can't, you get cheap, can't pass it up. The next one I have here, and this one I'm totally stoked about. I've been a big Wes Craven fan for years, and to get this one was really cool. And that is the box set for The Hills Have Eyes. I've always really liked this movie. It's a really good movie. I actually met Michael Berryman, at a convention down in Los Angeles many, many years ago. Really nice guy. I actually met him not too long. It was only a couple years after he did Weird Science. If you didn't know, he was in Weird Science. He was one of the mutant biker gangs. But I met him not too long after that. But, oh, man, this is such a great movie about a bunch of people going on a trip. They're out in the desert, and they break down. And these like feral people that are out there. Unbelievably awesome. This does have, if I can get out there, this does come with the movie itself and a poster. And it does have the book as well. Dee Wallace, boy, I tell you, Dee Wallace, man. And it does have, I don't want to show too much in here because it's kind of, but it does have stuff inside. You can look out there. There he is, Michael Berryman. So I was totally stoked to get this because I wasn't sure I was going to get it because I didn't get on top of it when it did come out originally. This was another one of those Fry pickups I did that it just so happened to have one. I can't believe it. Even the person behind the counter was like, that was still there? I was like, yeah. So I think it was $14, something like that. It was dirt cheap compared to like 30 or whatever it is. But this has been on my wish list for a really, 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 really long time. So I'm stoked to finally have that. And the last, yes, this is the last video in my Arrow collection, is actually another box set with 3 movies. No, 2 movies. 2 movies and another disc with, like, I guess, compilation features, stuff like that. And that is House. 2 stories. I have never seen House 3 and 4 because there is a House 3 and 4. But these 2 movies have always been on my watch list just about every year for Halloween. I love these movies. And they're both so different. They're both so different because I've always found that the first House movie is way more of a horror movie than the second one is. I found kind of like a horror comedy, the second one. But I love these movies. They're so well done. There's so many like famous people that are in these movies. I mean, and for the box set, you get here's House. I love the cover art. It's just really cool. Then you have House 2, the second story. And the last one, and I thought it was a DVD. It's not. It's a book. I've forgotten. It's a really nice hardbound book on the House movies. I can't really show a lot because there's a lot of graphic stuff in here. Here's a couple poster arts, I guess. But the book is really cool. I don't know, it's like, I want to say it's somewhere between, yeah, it's 150 pages long. A small little book put in there all about the House series and stuff like that. These are really neat movies. They're campy, but they're not. They just, man, they're fun. They're really fun. And I remember when Arrow announced this, but I actually pre-ordered it because I couldn't believe it because I didn't have the House movies on. I had them on DVD, and the DVDs did not look that good. So when Arrow announced this thing, I literally did. I jumped on and I pre-ordered it because I did not want to miss out on that one. So I paid full price for that one, which I don't think any of the other movies I have in my Arrow collection I paid full price for. But this one I did pay full price for because I had to have it. It was one of those movies that, because I remember watching as a kid and loving those two movies so much. The first one scared me and the second one made me laugh. And I really enjoyed that about both those movies. So I had to get it. So that's it. That is my complete Arrow collection video. I know my Scream Factory one was way more than that, but these are a little more expensive movies. And again, other than my House one, the House box set, I have not paid full. I'm looking through here. Nope. I have not paid full price for any of these. I have paid discounted prices, and in some cases, way discounted prices in all of them, just because they are more expensive. They're kind of the upper echelon. They're priced right around what Shout Factory, Scream Factory ones are, but they're a little bit harder to get. And sometimes I can still run to a Best Buy and find a Shout Factory, Scream Factory video. I think I've seen this one once in Best Buy, maybe. You just don't see these movies around too much. So it's a smaller collection that I'm building on. And, hopefully over time I'll do another video later on with hopefully a more expanded collection. But that is my Arrow video collection. Thank you guys all for watching. Leave me some comments down below. Do you have what's your Arrow shout? Boy, I tell you what, your Arrow video collection look like? Let me know. Shoot some stuff at me. Show me what you got. I'm really curious to see what other people have. So let me know. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please click the like button. Also, subscribe if you want to see more videos by me. And that little bell up there will tell you when I will put up my next video. Thank you guys all for watching. You guys rock. Always keep hunting because you just never know what you're going to find. Everybody take care. And as always, live long and prosper.